guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about moving out of your parents' house. When it comes to moving out, there's a couple of things to keep in mind, but I think to begin, let's talk about money. Now, when it comes to money, I think you're going to want to have 3 to 6 months rent saved up ahead of time. Next, we're going to talk about roommates. You're going to have to determine whether you want to live alone or whether you want to live with roommates before you can even begin to look at places. Living on your own, there's so many pros to this. I think we don't talk about enough how you can just leave and come back and your house is the exact same way you left it. Having a roommate is also going to require a lot more communication when it comes to paying bills, household chores, or whatever you guys decide to split. When it comes to roommates, you could be living with a friend, which is also very different from living with a random person off of Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, which is very different from living with a partner. Now, if you want to live alone, it's going to be a much harsher transition, especially if you're coming from your parents' house where you've lived with people in the house your entire life. I think going to be immediately on your own can feel very isolating. Up next, we got searching for an apartment. And I think the most important thing when it comes to apartment searching is location. You're not going to want to be paying a third of your salary just to drive to some place you don't like being in or some place you can't even walk around at every day if you wanted to. I would highly recommend visiting a neighborhood before you move in as well. When it comes to apartment searching, I would try Zillow, Facebook Marketplace, or apartments.com. One of the other things to consider is whether the apartment you're moving into is owned by an individual landlord or a company. An individual landlord is going to be overall a better choice if you're able to find that. I would recommend it just because tours is going to be a lot easier. If anything's ever wrong, you can just shoot them a text or send them a call and you're already speaking to your landlord. You don't have to get through a receptionist or go through an online system. Real estate companies do have their advantages though. You can go online to pay your bill immediately rather than having to submit a bill through the mail or meet up with your landlord every month. When it comes to an individual landlord, the tour is going to be all about the vibes. If you get along with them, I think that that's going to be very important, and then their head is going to put you up a notch above any other tenants or future tenants who are looking to rent the property. After touring a place, if you decide you really like it, make sure you bring your checkbook with. You're going to want to make sure you're able to jump on that apartment immediately if you decide that you like it, because apartments can be snatched up in 2 hours. You know, they might have another tour right after you, somebody who decides that they want it, so don't sit on it. At the same time though, if you're unsure or even 50-50 on it, I would wait, I would hold off and think about it. Now let's talk about moving in. You're going to want to think about whether you want to have friends and family come help you out or if you want to hire a moving company. Again, each of these has their own pros and cons. With your family, it's free, it's going to be fun, you know that they'll take care of your things and you can make a day of it. With movers, they really make it so easy. Obviously it costs money, but if you're moving into a new city where you don't know anybody, it's well worth it. I would recommend a small local moving company if possible. Make sure to compare rates and find the best option for you, because do keep in mind these people are going to be handling your life belongings. Make sure you take pictures of everything before even moving in all your stuff and decorating. Make sure you check the corners of your apartment, look in every crack and crevice, make sure nothing's broken. If it is, make sure to get a picture of it. If the landlord comes in after you're moving out and sees that there's a crack from when you moved in, they're going to assume it's you and they might take your security deposit. When it comes to furnishing and replenishing your home, especially on a budget, I would recommend Facebook Marketplace. There's a free section where you can look at everything in your area, and most of these people are just trying to get rid of their furniture. If you move it for them, you won't have to pay them anything. One of the things I did when moving into my first place is keeping a notes app of things that I need around the house. I didn't know I needed disinfectant wipes until something needed to be wiped up, right? These are things that we don't think about. Toilet paper or hand soap or anything for the kitchen or the pantry. Write down, make sure to keep a tab, and head to the store in a day or two and pick up all the things that you need. Now let's talk security. Door stoppers, cameras, alarms. Every neighborhood is different and you never know what yours is going to be like until you're fully living there. If it helps you feel more safe and more secure, I would highly recommend getting something for security. Now before we head out, I got a couple random tips just to keep in mind. Try to find a place that has lots of windows or at least some sunlight so that you're able to keep your electricity down. Find a place that has as many utilities included in the rent as possible. Keep an eye out for student and military discounts when it comes to your electric bill or Xfinity. You're getting internet somewhere. We didn't even touch on all that, but it's something that a lot of internet providers offer. In-unit laundry or laundry that's at least in the building is huge. Don't sleep on that. Thanks for watching. You can check out my most recent video over here and you can subscribe over here.